We make our habits and then our habits make us. Coming into this time of year, team, I think this is an incredibly good time to stop and pause for once, to reflect on the year that's been and to imagine and plan for the year that's coming, right? And in doing so, sometimes what's even more effective than thinking about the goals you want to achieve next year is thinking about what habits do I want to ingrain next year? What habits do I want to embody from now on? You see, every area of your life is a direct reflection of the habits you've developed in that area of your life. How nurturing and loving and connected your relationship is a direct result of the habits that you and your partner have developed in partnership with one another. How good a shape you're in, how healthy and fit you are is a direct reflection of your eating habits and your nutrition and your diet, and how often you move your body and exercise and train. Your business and your financial life is a direct result of the habits you've developed in your professional and financial life. Every single area of your life is a direct reflection of the habits that you've developed in that area. So what we're talking about today is what are the key 5 rituals to adopt in 2019 in order to optimize performance. And I've thought about these for the last 10 years. So please write them down. Number 1, pursue discomfort, right? Pursue discomfort. We've been sold a lie that we should pursue comfort, right? We should seek a life where we can sleep in. We should pursue a life where we can be in the most comfortable of houses. We should pursue a life where somebody's feeding us grapes and somebody's massaging. Let me tell you something. The person getting fed grapes is fucking depressed. Happiness and fulfillment as a human being comes from pursuing something meaningful, challenging yourself, getting outside your comfort zone, and overcoming challenges along the way. Happiness and fulfillment come from progress. And often, when you're comfortable, you're still. It's not to say we shouldn't rest. It's not to say we shouldn't pause. In fact, we should. And I'll talk about that as our 5 habit today, or our 5th ritual. But it is to say that most of the time you should be pursuing discomfort. It's uncomfortable to get up at 5 a.m. It's uncomfortable to train really hard. It's uncomfortable to eat really healthy when everybody else isn't. It's uncomfortable to not drink wine when everybody else is, right? Pursuing discomfort means that you put yourself in positions and you move through life in such a way that is conducive to growing into the highest and best version you hold for yourself, right? The second ritual I want to talk to you guys about is waking up at 5 a.m. Here's the thing. We all have the same amount of time in the day. You have the same amount of time as Oprah, as Richard Branson, as Elon Musk. We all have the same amount of time in the day. It's who is optimizing what they do with their time that gets the most done and ultimately enjoys the most progress. You only need 6 or 7 hours of sleep. If you're sleeping more than 7 hours, you're probably sleeping too much, right? And so go to bed at the same time every day, get up at 5 a.m. And when you get up at 5 a.m., I started doing this probably about 1.5 years ago. It has been one of the most powerful habits I've ever adopted in my life. Because I get up at 5, it means I meditate, it means I train, it means I eat well, it means I do business stuff and work before the day starts, which is distraction-free, and I'm super mentally clear, which means I'm ahead of it all. I'm ahead of what appointments I've got that day, what shooting I need to do that day, whatever it might be. I've prepped for it because I had that distraction-free time in the morning. If you've got kids, cool. Get up at 4:30, right? Don't use your kids as an excuse to not be an effective human being. Ritual number 3, train your body and fuel it well. Right? Train your body and fuel it well. We live in a society that disrespects the body. If you're on a personal development journey or a journey of expanding your consciousness, please understand that you're not just dealing with your mind, right? You are dealing with your body as much, if not more, than your mind. Your whole body is a mind, right? This has been scientifically proven. Serotonin, which is the chemical that's associated with happiness, is produced in our gut. Memory is stored right throughout the body. That's why people can have a heart transplant and they've all of a sudden got somebody else's heart, and they start having memories about how that person died. And it's not how that person died, but how they died. The memory is in first person. Or they start having cravings for foods or drinks that they never previously liked, because memory is stored in the body. If you're on a personal development or a conscious journey, it's not enough just to meditate or read. You also need to do yoga. You also need to run. You also need to train. You need to optimize your body, because it is absolutely the vehicle that fuels your mind and determines the health of your heart, right? So number 3, train your body and fuel it well. Number 4, engage in deep work. Engage in deep work. Our culture today is obsessed with distraction. We're addicted to it. We're addicted to dopamine. Things start going off on our phone, and you won't see them go off my phone because all of my, notifications, all turned off. Like, most days I actually have do not disturb on. So even if you call me or text me, I don't even see it. Today, do not disturb is not on, so I am receiving calls and text messages. Anything else does not show up on my phone. Minimize distractions, right? Deep work is about this. How much time can you spend focused deeply, thoroughly on one particular subject or one particular task or one particular project? Writing a book is a good example of this. I remember when I wrote Unwritten in 2015, I think I wrote it, came out in 2016, is I would literally have to put myself into a den, which was like the bottom level of my house at the time. I wouldn't have my phone there. I'd obviously be writing on my computer. I would have the computer not connected to the internet. I wouldn't have a browser open, because I literally had to sit in a room with nobody able to reach me, and I would write for 4 or 5 hours. So I'd write for the first half of every day. I'd do about an hour or 2 of work and checking with the office and my general manager at the time and all that sort of stuff. Then I'd do like 3, 4, 5 hours of writing, and then I'd re-engage the afternoon. But like, you cannot write a book in the land of distractions, right? And so engage in deep work means be more deliberate and conscious about how you're dedicating your time, what you're dedicating it to, and when you're doing it, take all those distractions off your desk, out of your phone, out of your head, so that you can focus on what matters. Think about it like this. Every time you reach over to answer this or respond to this, or someone fucking liked a photo on fucking Instagram, you are putting their agenda ahead of yours. Right? If I was dictated to by my inbox, then what I'm doing is I'm saying, these are the key things that I need to get done today to empower my team to do their life's best work, to serve our customers and our members in such a way that they are absolutely wowed and achieving incredible commercial results in the business. This is everything that we need to do in this business today, and it's going to be driven by me. But an email just came in from Bob, and I'm going to stop what I'm doing, go over, read Bob's email right away. I'm saying Bob's agenda is more important than my own, right? Don't do it. Turn the distractions off. Engage in deep work. Ritual number 5. Schedule rest and optimize your downtime, right? Schedule rest and optimize your downtime. Particularly if you do something that you love, you're a business owner or you're a musician, you do something that you absolutely love, it can become all-consuming. And that's awesome. Like, that's one of the greatest gifts in the world, right? Doing something you love. However, when it becomes all-consuming, that can compromise your downtime. And guess what? You do need to pause. You do need downtime. So schedule that shit. Schedule your downtime. Schedule your weekends away. Schedule your holidays. And then once you've scheduled it, it's not enough just to schedule it. You've then got to fight for it, right? It took me about 7 years of being in business to realize this. This realization came in 2018, probably 2011. I started to realize that I was becoming far less effective. I'd been running startup, high-growth businesses for like 7 years. I was pretty tired. I was exhausted, actually. I wasn't pretty tired. I was exhausted. And I was becoming less effective. And I realized it was because I was never switching off. And so I started going to the Blue Mountains without fail every quarter for 3 or 4 days by myself. I wouldn't take the computer. I would take the phone, but it would be off all day. I'd turn it on once, no emergencies, cool, phone goes off again. They became the most productive 3 or 4 days in my entire calendar. I was like, that's weird. I'm not doing anything. And the truth is, I was doing everything. I was reflecting on who I was reflecting on how I was performing. I was thinking about what I wanted to create. I was dreaming about the future. And I was planning sort of kind of for what I wanted to do and who I wanted to become. That's the most effective work you can do. And so it's not enough just to schedule it. You've then got to fight for it. You need to get to a point where you value your downtime as much as you value your uptime, right? Schedule your rest and optimize your downtime and fight for it. You will be so much more effective because of it. One of my key principles in life is all of my effectiveness comes from my connectedness. And you need to pause in order to stay connected to self and source. 5 rituals to adopt in 2019 to optimize your performance. Let me know if you're watching this in the comments below. What's the number one ritual or habit you're going to employ in 2019? And if you're on the podcast, get over to Instagram, Facebook, wherever you know you can find me and let me know there. Jack, my number one ritual for 2019 is going to be, let me know.